Back though to our top story this morning. Israel is ordering civilians to leave southern Lebanon immediately so it can wage all-out war against Hezbollah. 250,000 people live in the targeted area, 25 miles north of the Israeli border. Richard Gaisford joins us now from Beirut. Morning, Richard. What's the situation out there now?
Well, it would appear that whilst there was a little less in terms of aerial bombardment last night, although still some big explosions here in Beirut, the real trouble is now focused on that border region, and Israel, it seems, has decided that it needs a large-scale ground invasion and is trying to force Hezbollah forces back by something like 20 miles north of the border. And as you say, they've warned the population there to get out. In fact, 60% of the population has already got out, and there's some pretty intensive hand-to-hand fighting going on down there as well. So it is very messy down towards the south, a very difficult situation for anyone that lives there, and as many as possible have been trying to get out of that particular area. Kofi Annan, the Secretary General of the United Nations, has described this really as a humanitarian crisis. 500,000 people so far displaced by it, and really it's very difficult to see what future these people have. Yesterday we went to one of the parks in central Beirut here, where it's just effectively turned into a refugee camp on an ad hoc basis. For the last week, people have been sleeping outside on bits of foam that have been donated. That's all they really have, and they're very, very courageous people, really, because still the bombs are falling and they have absolutely nothing around them. And they're determined to show that they have some spirit, that they want to get through this and eventually get back to their homes. And one of the things that struck me most of all was the children, the spirit of the children. Very young babies and young children, older children running around talking to us. And I have to say, when I spoke to them, I was really struck by their determination to survive. Why are you here?
Because in our buildings we have bombings.
What happened when the bombs came?
I was right there. Too loud.
The bombs were too loud?
Yeah.
And what did you think? Were you frightened? Were you scared?
No.
Has he been frightened?
كنت خفت شوية.
نحن خايفين بس ما خايفين من إسرائيل.
He's a bit terrified, but not from the Israelis. He's terrified from the situation.
Richard, thank you very much.
Let's get this morning's other news stories now from Tiffany.
Thank you. Good morning. 18 million of